episode of Bookish Amigas. And how are you feeling today? It's a beautiful Saturday where I'm at. It's hot as hell, and it's only going to get
It's
hotter.
beautiful out here in Pennsylvania as well. Nice and warm, sunny. Have the
No, that
glow
confused
coming
me.
from this window.
I haven't been outside yet, but I'm pretty sure it's just as hot as it was yesterday. It was like 90s yesterday here
Disgusting.
in New York. I know.
But we wanted summer.
Did we? Did we?
Yeah.
I'll keep 70. I think we've had it in the 50s a couple mornings this past week. It was kind of crazy.
That's nuts.
All
You
right,
never know
so
what to wear. Anyway.
just layers. Just got to layer it up. All right, so we're getting together so we can discuss Remarkably Bright Creatures because we've all read the book.
hmm
And we'll just spitball and we'll start out with different questions. And I think a few of us have gotten the questions together. So, Rosanna or Olga, do you either of you want to go first?
Sure. The one question that really kind of I felt was very notable is that there seemed to be like a whole theme of grief between Tova, Marcellus, and Cameron. They had this overwhelming grief, and I'm wondering if you thought that is what connected them, and ultimately where they found peace using that grief.
Maybe they found it in each other, and that's what actually drew them together. That they could feel that the sadness is what's kind of drew them and helped them cope together, I guess. That's an interesting one because Tova lost her son, and then Cameron lost his mom, and Marcellus is dying. So there's it's a lot. And then Tova's also mourning Marcellus because he is so old as well, even though he's only 5 years old when it comes to the octopus. So I guess that's a long life. I don't know. I haven't researched that animal at all. So
He also lost his freedom.
yes,
Right.
So
yes.
he gets stuck there in the aquarium. He gets stuck and in this tank, which is kind of like it's like his version of what like Cameron's going through because he's stuck in a certain time frame because of losing his mom. It's weird in the movie. Well, the movie versus the book. I think in the book she's not like deceased. She's just like abandoned him.
Right.
Um, but he's stuck in that. Like he's regressed. He's stuck in that state because he lost his mom. And then Tova's stuck. Well, I don't know that she's stuck in it. She's in the house and she's in the. I mean, in the movie she sees. She has like flashbacks to her son, but she's like actually moved forward with her life, not
Hmm.
on with her life, but forward with her life, right? Whereas Cameron has it, and then Marcellus cannot because he's stuck there. She's kind of the one that unstucks them both.
Right. And she's
That's
understanding
not a
that
word.
through like going through the grief and understanding that it's still part of you, like, but she still has that empathy of like, hey, these people need someone to kind of guide them through that and figure out how to unstuck themselves in a sense.
We're gonna make it a word.
We're gonna
I'm
make it a
making it
word.
a word. That's it. I'm making
Unstuck
it a word.
yourself.
Yeah. But she influences like they're all grieving and they're all grieved in different ways, but she seems to be the one that's like more like helping them with their grief. Like she gets him out of there. She gets Marcellus out of there when she realizes what he's doing. And she like in little ways starts to help Cameron like change the way how he's living his life. Um, they portray it in the movie as uh like he starts cleaning his camper and but in the book it's more of like he starts to like do laundry on Wednesdays. Like he starts getting a routine down that he didn't have before because of her influence.
Nice, nice. Okay. So why do you think that Nova that was stuck on the premise that she didn't believe her son committed suicide? Didn't believe that he would just run away, that she didn't believe that he would do something like that. Because I know reading the book, she she's very much in the belief of it. Something else happened. Something happened. It had to have happened on the boat.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just by nature of knowing her child. Although you don't always know what people are going through, and it's not really clear, I don't think, in the book or in the movie, like how much he shared with her.
Hmm. Especially because
I
he
think,
kept his girlfriend secret.
yeah. And I mean, I
And
mean, even more so than at the end, I'm sure she's thinking, like when she finds out that Cameron's her grandson, thinking that he would not have done that if he knew that he was going to be a dad.
Mm. 'Cause
now in the book, was it noted as an accident? It wasn't noted as a suicide, correct?
They didn't know. They didn't know what happened. And the thing is that the way that it was more of like that, the way that they found the line. Um, I know that there was just something like, oh, like the way that he like tied the boat or cut the line or something that made them think that like he did this on purpose.
hmm
But I don't think because they didn't know, like they couldn't roll it either way.
hmm
And nobody saw him. There was nobody there. Which you later find out in the book that Cameron's mom was there.
hmm
And like I mean, I interpreted like what ended up happening with her as more of like because she starts abusing drugs, I think, um, is what it, and is unable to care for him, and it's like because of what happened. Because even I forgot the name of the girl that uh,
Daphne?
uh
No.
maybe I don't remember, but like she makes a comment in the book that she had seen a woman out by that water, by that pier,
Mm.
that looked like she was gonna kill herself, and he had stopped her like in the recent years.
That's right.
Like
That's
that made
right.
me think that that was what's his name, Cameron's mom, that was there. So I think, I mean, based on just reading the book, that it was probably an accident that she was present for. But I don't. That's one of the loose ends from the book that I'm kind of like unsatisfied with,
Yeah.
because you don't know what happened. And it's also like, if you were there, if this was an accident and this happened, like why didn't you say something? Like why didn't you go find somebody? And
Yeah.
um yeah, that was one loose end I didn't really like.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like you, you understand why a mother would say like something must have happened, there has to be a cause for this to happen because it's just unresolved. And I think maybe that's why the author didn't really fully tie that up to kind of keep the theme of like on that unresolved aspect, just like with Cameron with his mom, and where that's the nature of just the grief coming from that, like there's no answers.
Yeah.
um
From reading the book, I know that the octopus Marcellus puts it together that you know you can hear his monologue somewhat throughout the entire book because he's obviously he can't talk. So it's just the inner monologue of the octopus saying like, "How does she not know? How can she not tell? Why are humans so dense?" And it ends that he remarks like, "Oh, humans, they're remarkably bright creatures." But
Hmm.
when they finally find each other, when they finally come to the realization, because in the book he swipes his driver's license or something like that and hides it underneath a statue that she constantly cleans. And
Hmm.
that's how she realizes like his name and who he is. But in the movie, they make it about the ring that has eels written on it as well. So, what?
I think they mentioned that in the book too, though, the eels.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I think for me, it was more like the driver's license that did it than the eels
than the
ring. So
ring.
him having it was great, but and to make that connection, but I think I was kind of upset too because I'm like, wait, in the book, doesn't she sell her house and move into a retirement community?
Like it's so close, oh, like almost, like
She doesn't move to
moves.
the retirement community. I think she moves into like a condo or something.
Yeah.
Because I think one of her friends was like in an apartment building. She moves into a condo with Cameron.
Hmm.
I mean, there was. I actually didn't remember. when I watched the movie, I didn't remember that line at the end, that humans are remarkably bright creatures. And I was wondering if that was specific to the movie or the book. Um, but yeah, there those the changes were. I feel like putting some things in from the book for the movie would release some more of the emotional aspect of it.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. I think the emotional devastation that Cameron was constantly feeling throughout the book was kind of it would have helped to have been more portrayed inside of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just seemed just detached and not dealing with emotions as much.
Hmm.
They didn't really show much about like his friends and how he was with his friends or anything like that. But I don't know if that really added to the story or not.
I mean, I think it
Um,
changed his personality a little bit the way that they portrayed him in the movie, because in the book he knows that like the band is going to break up. He sees it coming because his friends, they're married now, they're having a baby. He's like, this is going to go this, like, he's recognizing this. And in the movie it's more like it comes to him as a surprise, and he's angry. So I feel
Hmm.
like he comes off angrier in the movie than he does in the
mhm.
book. In the book he comes off more as like just stuck in the state. um I don't I don't know which emotion is better, but it's just not the same emotion, right? It's not the same grief response
Yeah, but you're gonna
that he's
want something
having.
more charged for the movie. You're gonna want
Yeah,
you're not gonna want to sit there and look at sad boy as opposed to angry boy, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think something that they could have probably done better, because she's very like, the timeline in the book, it's really well done. Like, you see, like it's you see like why he goes where he goes to, why he gets there, and
Hmm.
that's not in the movie, right? Like, it's more like he shows up, and then once he's already there, he starts finding evidence. So it didn't make like his trip there didn't make any sense. Like, him
Yeah.
landing there didn't make any sense
Yeah. It
Agreed.
in
seemed
the
very, very
movie.
random.
Yeah, yeah, that continuity wasn't there. I think the book was. I like the way that she wrote it. It was an easy read, in the sense that, like, it was, some books are very difficult to start to get into, and then once the plot starts picking up, um I really like the whole, like, the octopus, like, hearing that monologue, and he's putting everything together and judging human,
It was
Yes.
so
judging the
good.
human, it's like, judging the humans that come by, and what they do. That was funny. I liked it.
Hmm.
I like having that character there.
Yep. I enjoyed it. It was comical. I really enjoyed the book when I read it, and I pretty certain I cried when I read it. So, um, must have just been in my feels. It could have been just that, but um I enjoyed the characters. I definitely enjoyed just the overall story of it. It was definitely something I'd probably read something else by this author.
I think I saw that it's her debut novel.
Oh,
Um,
really?
so I don't, but I don't remember when this came out. I don't know if you guys
No, I didn't look
jotted
it
that
up.
down.
No, that would make sense if I had done that. But we have,
But it is our first one, so we
yeah.
know.
All right, we have 1 minute left. Anything else you guys want to say on it? Give it a rating out of 5.
Out of 5, I think in my Goodreads I put a 4. And really, the only reason it lost a star is that I wanted a little bit more um, background and certain underlining storylines that they introduced. But aside from that, it was a solid book.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I think a 4 is fair. Maybe
Mhm.
4.25. Just like, for me, it's more of like, I like when things are wrapped up,
Mhm.
and it was like some of those things, right? Some of the characters, some of the things weren't wrapped up. It was wrapped up in that, like, they figured
Yes,
it. The
the
octopus helped them
main.
figure it out. She's with the guy now. But
Mhm.
some
Mhm.
other little
And
storylines on the
Marcellus
side
is
are not.
free, and
Yeah,
And, he
yeah,
sinks to the bottom to be with the bones of her son. It was very,
yeah.
oh, that
yes.
just destroyed me. I'm like, oh my god.
Yep, that was my crying moment. I'm like, I'm crying over an octopus. But
And
I
him
know.
yeah,
This
literally
book made me
saying like,
cry
"Don't
over an
worry,
octopus.
like they
but
are together. They're not by themselves. Like you
hmm
fulfilled, I fulfilled your dream of
yep,
whatever it is."
finding your
Yeah.
family, giving you something. So yes, I definitely was like at a 4, maybe between probably like a 4 and 4.25, 4.25. I really enjoyed it. All right, ladies.
It's her only book.
Hmm?
It came out in 2022.
Okay.
The book
And they
came out
made
in
a whole movie out of
2022.
it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
She has something else called Hope. It's an anthology of hopeful stories and poetry, but not like a book. This is the only one. It's really good.
Yeah, very much. All right, ladies. So I'm gonna hit end, and I will see you guys next time. We'll arrange a next date. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.